your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vega, release me.
As you wish.
Good morning, everybody, or evening, or whatever time it is for you guys. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. Been busy with real life, and then, of course, I've been busy trying to get this epic version of the mod ready for you guys. Here we go. So here it is. We're gonna go over, obviously, how we always do, we're gonna go over the installer and like look at and then show you how easy it is, how simple it is to just install this thing. This is a great time to be a Jedi Knight and a Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith fan, because it is so simple. The mods are just so easy now to use and to install. That's what was so hard back in the day. It was really hard to actually get Jedi Knight to work, to even work on modern computers with just the base game. Now, and it was even harder to just get, modern like mods to work as well. But now things are just so simple. Nothing. It takes literally nothing. You have no excuse not to get this now, because it's literally just an installer, and when you're done with it, you can completely uninstall it, and it's like it wasn't even there. None of the mod files will stay there after you uninstall. So it's amazing. So we're gonna go over every version of the game, installing it, unless there's some other version of the game. But I'm gonna go over the CD version, the Steam version, and the GOG version, so you guys know exactly how to get this thing installed and what to do. So first thing you're going to want to do is click this download. I know it's a pretty hefty download, but we've really added a lot, and there's just a ton of textures that we've added to the game, and it just looks so much more crisp and so much better now. So go ahead and click that download link. First thing you need to do is download. I'm not going to download because I already have it, of course. And here we go. So let's go to my folder here and we'll get going. So obviously it's in a zip file. So for those who are not really familiar with zip files, I feel like everyone should be familiar with zip files by now, but you have to unzip it first before you can install it. So I'll show people how to do that real quick. Let me get to my installer folder here. So you're gonna get this Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith 4.0.zip. This is what you're gonna receive. And I'll go ahead, copy that over here, so we guys this is what you guys have gotten. This is what you downloaded. So the first thing you're gonna have to notice that it's all zipped up. First thing I want to do is right click, extract all, and it can just be on the desktop or the downloads folder, wherever. And that's gonna extract everything to the folder that you're in, and then that's how you get it unzipped. So there we go. Okay, cool. So now we have this Mysteries of the Sith folder here on the desktop, and I'm going to change that icon because I have my custom icons here. So let's change the icon to my docs icon. There we go. Cool. Apply and refresh. Perfect. now we got this icon. You can, to save space on your computer, you can go ahead and delete the zip file now. You don't need it anymore. And you can move this to wherever you want. You can just keep it on the desktop or in your downloads folder, wherever you want. So I'm just going to put it up here for now. We'll just click inside and then click inside again. And here we go. We got all our files here for the install. So there's two critical installers that you're going to have to go through. Part 1 and Part 2, doesn't matter what order. And if you get stuck, I have installation guides here in every language that is supported by the mod. Yeah. So my son woke up, so it might be a little loud, but just bear with me. So anyways, what I was saying is we now have installation guides in and multi-language support. So now you can read these guides in your language that you prefer. Let's not touch the mic. Yeah, no. And here is, of course, English, of course. So we're going to go through. First things first, if you've never installed this mod before, if you've installed it in the past, you probably already have this, but you need to get Visual C Redistributable Package, Visual Studios 2013. So here's the link to that. Go ahead and download that and get that installed. I think the 64 version is fine, but if you need the 32-bit version, I would install that too, just in case. But anyways, I'm just going to click on it so we can see which one that we need to download for you, because there's several different files that you need to click on first. So you'd hit, so I think what you do, hit download. Yeah, so you hit download, and they have the 64-bit version and the 64-bit version. I think you'd be okay with just the 64-bit version. So I would go with that because your computer's probably at 64 bits. However, if you're not sure which version you're at, if your computer is at 32-bit, then this installer probably won't be compatible with your computer anyways, because you're probably running Windows 7. Windows 7 users, unfortunately, still cannot use Open Jedi Dark Forces 2, which is the root of this mod. But I'm working on a version that brings the new stuff to the GFX version of the mod, so that way Windows 7 users can still enjoy the remastered treatment and all that, because that was the old way that we used to do it. So anyways, download that and install it if you haven't already done so before. In the past, if you played version 3.0, then you're fine probably. But you can check if you have this installed by going to Control Panel, Uninstall Programs, and there we go. So, oh, I don't even have it installed. So maybe the 2015 version is fine as well, unless maybe that is the, I guess the 2015 version is probably fine then. I do have 2010 installed. That's weird, but it's working. So, but as long as you have the 2013, as long as you get the 2013 version, it should work. If you don't have any of these installed, if you have one of these, if you have 2010 or 2015, it looks like those will work too. But it looks like I have both versions, so you might want to just install both versions just in case. Because, I mean, obviously, if you install one of the versions, it still doesn't work. And you'll find out pretty quickly if you have the problem. Here you go. If you have the problem, because you'll get this error that has this DLL file not found. That's the error that you'll get. So you'll know right away, okay, I need to go back and download the 32-bit version or the 64-bit version or whatever. So you'll know pretty quickly once you try to launch the game. So anyways, get that downloaded and installed. If you don't have that already, the next thing we need to do is you need to own an illegal copy of Mysteries of the Sith, Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith. Yeah, so you can buy that on Steam, GOG, and you can get, if you have the CD version, you will just have to install it, and you'll have to use a weird method in order to install the CD version, but it still works though. So anyways, you just run both part 1 and part 2, and optional, last time I had the music included, but it wasn't optional, it just automatically installed the music. Some people didn't really like the music because it's basically it replaces some of the more basic Star Wars music with a remastered version. Yeah, a remastered version of the Dark Forces music, and not the rendition of the new Dark Forces remastered by that one company, by Dark Knight or whatever. I don't remember what company just recently did that Dark Forces remastered. Okay, you can't hold on to the microphone. Can you say hi? Say hi. Okay. Let's not touch the microphone, okay? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Night Dive created that remastered mod, and the music they remastered, I feel like, was not very good. It was kind of low tier, like techno weirdness. But there's a guy on that created remastered Dark Forces music way actually long before Night Dive even was considered, and he made these really awesome Dark Forces musics. So I added some of those to the mod, and then of course I have the theme, Mara J theme music that I created with a couple mashups from YouTube. So that's cool there. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing installed, and then of course we'll troubleshoot issues if we have any. We probably won't have any, but here we go, guys. If you run into any issues, I have full troubleshooting section here that you can look. And then of course we will be looking into Steam launcher and the GOG launcher setups if you want to run it through the launchers. And then of course uninstalling the mod is pretty easy, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. That's another thing. If you have any old versions of the mod, I'd suggest you uninstall them all. And the easiest way to uninstall is to go to Control Panel, uninstall, and just type Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith. And you'll have some old versions there to uninstall, and you just uninstall them. I don't know what they'll be called, but they'll probably be called Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith, whatever. I helped out a guy a while back ago. He was having issues because it was the game was still launching from his app data folder, and that's the older version of the OpenJedi engine. And I helped him and we got it working, but his major problem though was that he just kept running he just kept running the installers over and over, and he never uninstalled anything. So they were all, the older versions were all still installed on his computer, and that's what was creating the conflict. Because in the older versions of the Open Jedi Dark Forces 2 engine, you actually had to run the game. The game would, or the mod would take the game files and install it in your app data folder. But that's no more. You install it in the root directory, and the game files just stay there, and you don't have to worry about it. So, anyways, uninstall any old versions, and then let's move on to actually getting this thing installed. So, go back out, and now let's run the JKM Remastered Part 1. So we'll go ahead and do that. And again, you can run Part 2 if you want, but might as well run it in order. And here we go. We have our language selection. So basically, the languages, what does that do? If you click on your language, it will install that language in the menus and in the subtitles of the cutscenes. Unfortunately, right now we don't have the voices all there for different languages. So maybe in future version we can add different language voices as well. But for now, it was basically just going to be the menus and the subtitles for that. So just wanted to guys let you know and be aware of that. And it tells you that later once you go through. So anyway, select your language. I'm English, so I'm just going to stick with English, of course. We do have a funny thing, Hillbilly. Basically, it's just English, but slang version of English. And the menus and the subtitles are all, well, I don't know about the subtitles, but the menus are changed to be all like Hillbilly-ish. So it's kind of funny. So I'm just going to stick with English, though. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll hit next. What, little man? You're okay. Look, we're installing. Welcome to Star Wars Mysteries of the Sith Remastered. This program allows you to install Star Wars Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith Remastered 4.0 on your hard drive. You must have a legal copy of the game. Also, you must have, also, if you have any past versions of the remastered mod, please uninstall them first before you install this version. So there we go. Let's go ahead and continue. Here's the README file if you want to read through that. It has the credits and huge changelog that my friend, probably going to butcher the name pronouncement. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What? Uh-oh, we dropped a toy. Hold on. Let's go down. Shrimstock. Dude. Huge thank you to Shrimstock. He is instrumental in having this 4.0 version as good as it is, because I just haven't, this year I just have not had the time to really do much of anything with this. And luckily this guy just took it upon himself to like go through and contact other people and really get this thing polished and as good as it is. So huge thank you to him. He's basically done all these fixes and done all these things. And of course he has his separate, well, it's included in this version, but he created the Mysteries of the Sith Plus. A lot of people have found that, and you can add that on top of 3.0. But this adds all those Mysteries of the Sith Plus fixes inside, so you know you don't have to get anything extra. So we have all all together now. But anyways, you scroll down, you can read the full changelog, and this is just the README file. You don't have to read it here. You can pull up the README file and read through it, whatever. Let's go through there. Of course, we need to agree to. This is just a mod, you know. We're not responsible for anything that could happen to your computer, but obviously there's nothing bad in this installer, so you're fine. But we're just putting that there just because, you know, it's a mod. Okay, so you need to select your root folder of your Mysteries of the Sith. Right now I'm going to go ahead and do the Steam version first since it's already ready to go. And that's the default. I feel like most people are going to have the Steam version. So that's why I put Steam as the default. However, depending on where your Steam is installed, it might be installed in a different area. So just be aware of that. If you installed it on like a D drive or something else, you probably need to go and navigate to your root directory of your Mysteries of the Sith. Mine actually is in the C drive, so this is perfect for me. I'm already ready to go. I don't even have to find my root directory because that's it. So awesome. I'm just gonna click here though, just in case to make sure. And sure enough, yep, it's going directly to my Mysteries of the Sith directory, so we're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit next, and it will tell you that it will install this directory, and you just hit start, and there you go. It will install. Install the mod. And there it goes. It's installing. Hey, you, bud. They know you're here. It's almost there. Almost there. There we go. And there we go. It's completed. Oh yeah, I actually did get the pro version of the creator installer now, so we don't have that creator installer message at the end anymore. The pro version. Oh yeah. So hit exit, and as you can see, you already have the icons and everything, but before you hit start, you need to install part 2 as well. So click on part 2, and this is all the textures and stuff. So without this, it's gonna look pretty funky. I mean, it looks okay, but without this, the big thing with is the problem without this texture pack is the laser textures aren't in there, so you're shooting just weird gobbledygunk and the textures are not there. So you definitely need part 2 as well. So go ahead, select your root directory, same place, and hit start on that. This one will take a little bit longer since it's all the textures for the mod, but shouldn't be too bad. Basically just copying everything over to your root directory. Should be pretty good. Pretty good shape. Pretty good. So, yeah, so I'm gonna install this on each version, Steam, then CD, then GOG version, and we'll go from there. Look at that, we're installed. So everything's installed now. So now we can go ahead and close that out, and 3 things will be installed on your desktop. You'll have the play Star Wars Mysteries of the Sith. Oh, sorry, Anakin, I put that on your face there. And you have the installation guide, so you can add things to the launcher, and then of course the Mysteries of the Sith configuration guide. So first things first, since we have the Steam version, let's go ahead and set up the launcher. So let's go open up the installation guide, scroll down to our launcher instructions here, and it says playing mod through the Steam launcher. So basically we need to navigate to our root directory of the mod. So the easiest way to do that, obviously, is just to right click on the shortcut and click open. So that way it will go straight to your folder. Then let's go back to our guide here, because I kind of forgot what we need to do. Okay, so we need to rename. Okay, so we'll rename this to old. We need to find our this, and we'll rename it to old. So now that's old. And then we need to rename the Open Jedi Dark Forces 2 64-bit, and we need to rename that to. So yeah, it's a bit different from version 3.0. 3.0 we had you opening a batch file, but now we've done away with that. You're just opening straight the Open Jedi exe. Now it's pointing to that, so it should be ready to go. And also, if you want, you can download this Steam art pack. This pack is got awesome Steam art that you can add to your launcher as well. So that way you don't just have the boring. Let's open our library here. Go to our Mysteries of the Sith. Hold on. Alright, so you click on your. So you click on your Mysteries of the Sith little doodad here, and in order to add the custom art pack stuff. So yeah, look at that. You have this ugly little stormtrooper model guy looking at you. So obviously it'd be nice to change that. So you can hit custom background and go to your little art pack folder that you downloaded. But I got the pack right here. So obviously there's all kinds of fun things you can choose from. You can make it cool with the Sith guy. Oh, I guess that doesn't really work very well. Yeah, let's set a better one. Like do that, or you can have. I think it's better off you just have like one of these. Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, and you can adjust the position of the of it as well. Maybe won't let me adjust it. But anyways, you can do that one, or I actually really like this one. This one's a really cool one. I like that one a lot. So you can change the backgrounds and set it to whatever you want. Let's go ahead and do. Yeah, I have the new upgraded version of the CD cover. If you want it to be that. And then I also have these like grid menus if you'd rather have something like that. So whatever you want, whatever's your fancy, you can set it as that. And let's go ahead and go with that. Or nah, let's do the one where they're zoomed out a bit. Yeah, that's a cool one. And then you can even set a custom logo, so you can have the logo here. I guess you don't want 3.0 because it's not 3.0 anymore. 4.0. Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, you can just set that, and then I don't know why it's in the center. Oh. Huh. I can't move it. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you can click over here and it'll line it over here on the side. That's nicer. I like that. So then you hit done. There we go. That's cool. So now you have customized, remastered Steam launcher things. So now if you hit play, it should launch the game. Oh yeah. So let me fix something real quick. You, there. Okay. No, you're hitting the mic and people can hear that. Yep. So here we go. We're in the remastered version of the game. Just create a profile. What the heck's going on? Hold on. Let me turn that off. And then we need to okay. Maybe that. Trying to get it to show the game. Well, anyways, I'm in the game. Hold on, let me. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. There we go. All right, you can see us in the game now. Here we go. Here we go. So we made it in the game. So the first thing you want to do is go to your configuration guide. You might have a smaller window right now because by default it's not in full screen. So in order to get it to stretch across your vast monitor or whatever you have, you need to click on that full screen. You need to click on all these. I would recommend clicking on all of these, of course. Then of course you have this FOV. You can set that to whatever FOV you want, and that basically just means field of view. So however how far you are from said monitor and etc. Well, the configuration guide will show you what that means, so you can look at that later. In advanced, you don't want to uncheck these because these are the texture packs and the GFX mod pack. So you don't want to do anything with that because otherwise you won't have the textures and stuff. So hit OK. More, sweetheart.
Hi, everybody.
It's 6:17. We got a little bit. And yeah, if you click on general, you can now enable the subtitles in the cutscenes. Okay, let's be quiet. So if you enable the subtitles in the cutscenes, you can actually see the subtitles now. in this version. And then you don't have to disable the cutscenes because those now won't run if you're running the correct version. So in order to get into, after you've got everything all configured, in order to actually run with the in-game cutscenes, click single player, new game, and you make sure you're clicking on Mysteries of the Sith Plus. If you click on Mysteries of the Sith, that's just going to run the normal game with normal cutscenes. So if you'd rather have the normal cutscenes and not the remastered one, click on that. Everything else will still be remastered, but you'll have the normal cutscenes with the old models and all. So click on Plus and bam. And you guys can't hear anything because the mic is not on settings. Hold on. Why is this not? Okay. Oh. Oh yeah. So yeah, I want the new music, so I forgot to put that in. So here, if you go to this new music exe, you can double click on it, click next, and click the new music, click start, next. This just tells you what tracks are being replaced. And you just hit next and navigate to your root Mysteries of the Sith directory, whether it be GOG, Steam, CD, whatever. And then you just hit next, start, and it'll install the new music to where it goes. There's no uninstaller for the music installer, so basically if you want the old music back in, you just double click and run it again. This time you say original music and hit next and go through. Same process, but we don't need to do that because we want the music. And that's how you get the music installed. Pretty simple, pretty easy. What else do we need to go over? I think that's pretty much it for the Steam installation guide. Now we basically just need to uninstall. So if you did do those changes to the installer, I would, in order to uninstall correctly, you'll probably have to go back and rename this back to, or actually you'll want to delete this exe file. You don't need it anymore if you're uninstalling. And then you just need to rename this old exe.old back to Jedi Knight m.exe. And that brings that back to the old configuration. And then all you have to do now, oh yeah, I guess since we went to that folder, you just need to scroll down and click. This is one version of the way that you can uninstall. All you have to do is find this Stormtrooper icon that says uninstall Mysteries of the Sith Remastered Part 1. So you just click on it, uninstall, done. Click on it, uninstall, done. And there we go, it's uninstalled. And then of course, to get the original music back in, click on our music installer and install the original music. There you go. And now it's as if the mod was not even there, and you can run the game in the old graphics if you prefer. So now let's install this again on the GOG version of the game. So basically the same process. Select your language, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Hillbilly this time because that's funny. Basically, what it does is it just adds the subtitles and the subtitles in different. Well, actually, the Hillbilly version doesn't. It just adds slang to the menus, and you'll find that out here in a sec. Here we go with that. Let's just go ahead and install. And yeah, like I said, this version only replaces the dialogue, doesn't replace the sounds, and the Hillbilly version, I think, just. Oh, excuse me. So here we go. Install it in our root. Oh wait, nope. We're gonna change it because we're installing in the GOG version. So with the GOG version, you might have it at several different places. Mine's in a separate drive, so probably different for you, but I would look for this GOG Galaxy folder if you have it with the GOG Galaxy. But you could also have it without GOG Galaxy. Some people prefer not to have a launcher, so they don't even have GOG Galaxy, so you just have to navigate and figure out where your Mysteries of the Sith directory is. The easiest way to do that, of course, is if you have a shortcut on your desktop with the original game. Just right click on that shortcut, click open location, and then you can find that location. But mine is in GOG Galaxies, games, and then there it is, Star Wars Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith. And I'm just going to hit OK on that. So now we have our root directory assigned. Let's hit net, hit start, and there we go. It will install. We'll wait on that. There we go. Perfect. Part 2. Install it in the same location, of course. Next, change. Game drive. Games.galaxy. Games. Mysteries of the Sith. Perfect. Next, start. Grinch jammies? Yeah. My son is obsessed with Grinch right now. So we have to watch the Grinch movie on repeat, Cat in the Hat on repeat. Then we're gonna have a Grinch birthday party. Right, little guy? Okay. Almost done. Guys, hold on tight. Oh, there we go. And then, of course, let's get that new music installed. Change the location to Grinch. Now you want to watch Grinch?
Okay.
Not right now. I'm making a video, guys. I'm not putting anything on right now. Hold on. Okay, games, and then Mysteries of the Sith. All right, cool. Got our new music installed. So that's done.
Wow, this is very.
Oh, bud. Hold on. Oh boy. Okay, I'll put it in here. You want Vegeta? What?
What is what?
Okay, so now that we have that, hold on, guys. Okay, so now that we have the GOG version installed, we can get the mod working on the Galaxy launcher as well. So let's go ahead, open up the GOG Galaxy launcher. And that's weird. Some weird AI lady things. Weird. Okay, let's go to our games. Oh, here we go. Installed games. Click on our Jedi Knight. Okay, bud, hold on. And as you can see, here, drink this. As you can see, I already have the art changed, but well, yeah, we'll get to the art pack later. But let's see about how to make it launch from the launcher. So how do we do that? So let's open up our installation guide. We already have it open. And scroll down to the Galaxy launcher instructions. So basically we open launcher, already done that. Go to our games. Now we click on this icon here. So let's click on that icon. Go down to manage installs. Click on configure. Click on features. Then you scroll down and you click on add another argument. I already have it here, of course, but you're just going to click add another argument and you're going to select that exe, and you might have to navigate there, I don't know. So just navigate to your GOG Mysteries of Sith folder and then click on that exe, click open, and then now make that your default executable. So make that your default, click OK, and then now it will launch through the launcher. And then also to change the art packs, basically you add, let me see how we did that. Actually forgot how to add the art packs. How did we do that? Maybe edit media. Okay, yeah, there we go. So here you go. You can change the CD art pack, the launcher art pack, and that art pack. So we have this. Let's actually go back to our, if you want the art pack, you just click on this link here and it will go to the download link. Download the art pack. And then you can add those things to, so how we did that was we went to here and then we went to edit and then we went to media, and then that's where you can change those things perspectively. Let's see what else we got in our art pack. So here's our GOG art pack. Okay, bud, hold on. And you can change this to whatever. So we can change it to this one too. And there we go. Changed it. There we go. And then now it should launch the game, the remastered version. There we go. Cool. Oh yeah. Turn that off. Change that to done. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? I'm trying to find my game here, but it's not showing up for some reason. That's weird. Should be that. It's not opening correctly because I have that renamed. That's weird. There we go. So here we are. We are in the game. And oh yeah, we have it in the we have it in the Hillbilly form. So it has new fella, get rid of him, and yep, fixing up is the fancier stuff. Nope. How to play. Oh yeah, let's turn that on automatic. Yeah. Turn on the cutscenes or the yeah, the whatchamacallit. Alright, so let's go back. And in order to start the game, of course, you gotta what the heck? They changed that to Sith Hala. So now we'll go to Mysteries of the Sith Plus. And we'll click yep.
Excellent, Mara. You're becoming very adept at using the Force to anticipate my actions. Someday that insight may save your life.
What's going on?
Okay.
Captain Guitar, report to ops immediately. Captain Guitar, report to ops immediately.
Subtitles are in Hillbilly, so
Commander,
that's hilarious.
what's the situation?
We detected 2 asteroids approaching our atmosphere
We
and thought
saw
they'd
a
break up
couple
on
of rocks
contact.
hidden in.
We became alarmed when they took up a geosynchronous
started
orbit
hurling
and
the
began
rock off
bombarding
our
our shields. They appear to be some sort of new Imperial weapons, disguised as asteroids to take us by surprise.
Looks like they were successful.
It's not something you typically see in an asteroid.
Sir, our long-range outpost on Delta 3 has picked up an Imperial strike force entering hyperspace. Using their last known course and speed, we estimate they will arrive within 3 hours.
We can't get our evacuation shuttles off the ground with those asteroids pinning us down. And once the primary force arrives, we're done for.
Sensors detect Imperial ground troops landing just outside our shields.
Send squads 2 and 5 to Blue Sector. Tell all troops to prepare for ground assault.
We still have a chance. I'm gonna see if I can borrow a shuttle from our visitors, then I'll see what I can do about those asteroids.
I'm going with you. You're gonna...
No, Mara, I need you to stay here to coordinate the base defenses. I'll signal you when it's clear to begin the evacuation.
Better make it fast. We have less than 3 hours. And Katarn,
Yes?
good luck.
Thanks. I have a feeling I'm gonna need it.
So it did add the subtitles in Hillbilly as well, so that's hilarious. So still kind of loud. Turn that down a little bit more. Whoops. I don't know how to navigate this thing. Yeah, there we go.
Imperial troops have entered the base. Repeat, Imperial troops have entered the base. Kyle, we need...
Oh yeah, another thing that you can do now is, of course, I found this out after I released 3.0, and I made a separate video for it, but you can go to General and you can click on fancier stuff, and you can disable the ports from disappearing. If you have it checked, then that means they will not disappear. But if you have it unchecked, then they'll disappear. And then I don't know what those two do, but they do something. And let's
Close the blast doors in the north hangar.
goes the A-wing. Stormtrooper.
There he is.
Here, Stormtrooper. Get out of our rebel base. You're not authorized here. Oh no, I died. Alright, well. There you go, guys. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Definitely want to make sure all those are checked, whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Go ahead and quit. Turn that back on. An update. Oh boy. We'll do that later. So anyways, that's how you launch the game through the GOG launcher. But obviously, you don't have to use the launchers. I have a shortcut here, obviously. And then, of course, it also installs a start menu shortcut as well in the Remastered folder here. So you can do that. And then this also brings up another way you can uninstall the mod. we have an uninstaller here in the start menu. Whoops. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that.
Well,
What the heck's going on? Come on. No, I need to turn that on so I can actually. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's quit. Didn't mean to do that. So anyways, you can uninstall the mod from the start menu. However, you can only uninstall part 1 for some reason, and it doesn't have part 2 there. Anyways, we're at that stage. We're going to go ahead and uninstall the mod again. We'll go ahead and do that. What are you looking for, Kai Kai? Hmm? In your mouth. Oh, whoops. Turn that back on. There we go. So in order to uninstall, first you can uninstall the music by just double clicking and clicking original music. Yada yada yada. Change the folder to your GOG Galaxy folder. Mine is going to be different than yours, but mine's in this drive here. GOG Galaxy's games. Oh, not Jedi Academy. Mysteries of the Sith. Click OK, and next. And it'll installs the original music. Next, another method for uninstalling is to uninstall from the control panel. So click control panel, uninstall, and then find Star Wars Jedi Knight Mysteries of the Sith. And you'll have 2 uninstallers that you have to run. So uninstall part 1 and uninstall part 2. There we go. Completely uninstalled. And now we can install it on the CD version. So let's install it on the CD version. See how that goes. Basically, same process. Just double click on the part 1 installer. This time, let's go ahead and do another language so you guys can kind of see what that looks like as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and do German. I took German in high school, so it's only fitting that I go back to my roots and do a German installation. So German, here we go. No, Kai Kai. Don't touch the monkey, Mike. So here we go. Welcome, Star Wars Jedi Knight Gishmish and Dira Sith Remastered. Mit diesem Programm Gruppen sei Star Wars Jedi Knight Gishmish dir Sith of Dyson Flight Plate. Sei Bocken. I'm probably butchering this. I don't know how to really speak German, but the only German I know is "Oh, ich bin Kopfschmerzen." I have I have a headache, but yeah, I have no idea. Well, I know what it's saying because obviously I translated it to German, but let's just go ahead and install it in the CD version and get this over with. So obviously we need to navigate to our CD version. The CD version is in C Program Files, LucasArts, Mysteries of the Sith. So click OK on that and click Next and Start, and it will install. It'll install the German version of the mod. Ich bin Mysteries of the Sith Remastered 4.0. Why did I say I have? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Ich bin Mysteries of the Sith Remastered 4.0. let's spielen Mysteries of the Sith Remastered 4.2. And of course, we need to install the second part. Of course, the installer for the second part, it don't have the multi-language part, but basically the same process. Be sure to install it in the correct folder, or you will have problems. Problems. Yeah, bud. Headache? Oh, ich bin Kopfschmerzen. I didn't have to look that up. I learned that in German class. Oh yeah. Yeah, we did look it up. Yep, we looked it up. Oh yeah. You couldn't hear her, but I'm talking to my daughter. Her roadblocks. Oh, excuse me. No. All right, so it's installed, and of course, I want to install the optional music, really loud music. I like loud music. It's so nice, loud. Okay. There we go. Got the new music installed. And there we go. No configurations in terms of like launchers needed for this version. But yeah, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, we have the German version, so it says play Star Wars Geschmaderia Sith Remastered. I don't know how to Geschmaderia Configuration durch Mysteries of the Sith. So here's the configuration guide, and it's in German for you guys. That's fun. All you German folks out there. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fun thing that we can go over later. Oh, oops, I have all these open. Anyways, let's go ahead and hit play on this so you can see what it does. Oh yeah, so I don't have a guy on this one. So General Tantor. General Tantor. And I'm guessing this is easy, medium, hard. For all you German people out there. Obviously we need to get all these enabled. Okay, now we got full screen mode. Yeah, darn it. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to disable that. Okay, there we go. Now we can see it. Okay guys, so now as you can see, everything's in German. So it's going to be kind of hard to figure out what's going on. We want to do a few Good. Okay. What, bud? You're alright. There's your doggy. So now, test her out. See how she does. You want that Mr. Plus? Oh yeah, let's check out the subtitles on this thing. See how it goes.
Excellent, Mara. You're becoming very adept at using the Force to anticipate my actions. Someday that insight may save your
There
life.
you go, we got yours German subtitles.
What's going on?
Awesome.
Captain Guitar, report to ops immediately. Captain Guitar, report to ops immediately.
Commander, what's the situation?
We detected 2 asteroids approaching our atmosphere and thought they'd break up on contact. We became alarmed when they took up a geosynchronous orbit and began bombarding our shields. They appear to be some sort of new Imperial weapons, disguised as asteroids to take us by surprise.
Looks like they were successful.
It's not something you typically see in an asteroid.
Sir, our long-range outpost on Delta 3 has picked up an Imperial strike force entering hyperspace. Using their last known course and speed, we estimate they will arrive within 3 hours.
We can't get our evacuation shuttles off the ground with those asteroids pinning us down. And once the primary force arrives, we're done for.
Sensors detect Imperial ground troops landing just
Alright.
outside our shields.
So that's that, guys.
Imperial troops have entered the base. Repeat, Imperial troops.
Some people did talk about in the trailer that the HUD was a little bit too small, but you can change that right here. Just don't go below 1. But let's change it to 3 and see what that does. Look at that.
Have entered the
Suits your
base.
fancy. There you go. A little bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger. Hey, Wing. Come on. Did I not get back to track?
Kyle, we need you to close the blast doors in the north hangar. It's no good. The TIE bomber is on the door.
Not that it matters. We're home. What are you doing? Get over here. You're not on this rebel base. Oh man, this is so fun. with your arm. Off with your arm.
We need your help back in ops. They've got us pinned down.
Locked.
That is one bug that we couldn't figure out quite yet. The bullets on this are still really tiny. I'm gonna have to work with the creator of Open Jedi and try to figure that one out, because it works fine. So something with Open Jedi that's messing it up. So I don't know what it is, but we'll have to figure that out in the next version. Hopefully that'll be fixed in the next version. Why are you guys just standing in here not doing anything? They were just, until I came in, they were just standing, like, looking at each other. No, Kai, you can't take the microphone. The microphone. The microphone. You little wiener. Sitting staring at they're doing a staring contest. Silly stormtrooper. What the heck? What are they doing? Weirdos. Alright, let's go. Hi, Kai. Got the mic again. Let go of it. You're a Gooskun Nooba Dooba. You're a Golfin Jufen Golfin. Kishposhkin Golfin Jufen. Golfoshin Moffin on the Guishaman Namakun. No! Stop! No. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to quit since. Hi, Kai. Here. Uh-oh, how do I get out of here? It's German! I don't know how to get out! 9 or Ja? Decisions. Oh, yeah. I figured it out, guys. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, guys. That's it, guys. Have fun. Oh, yeah. Also, if you have problems. Oh, well, it's in German, but. Troubleshooting. In German. Apparently, troubleshooting in German is Belberta Bunga Dunga Bunga Junga Juga Baba.
Okay, I know.
Sorry, Germans. I don't know how to say it. Let's actually try to say it this time. Liebenbun. Babiben. But okay, we gotta we gotta figure this out. How do you pronounce this? Pronoun. Pronoun. If I know how to pronounce. Oh, play, Plaben, hey, boom, bong. I don't know. Oh, I can't hear it. Here we go. Viva Vehible. Viva Vehible. There you go, Germans. I pronounced it right. Viva Vehible. So, your Viva Vehible, if you have any issues. Okay, guys, sorry. Let's let's open that up in English. Alright, so here we go. Troubleshooting problem. So basically the most troubleshooting that you'll probably have to do is you might get this issue with the missing files. Did that, the most basic error is obviously you didn't install it in the correct folder. You need to install it into the Mysteries of the Sith main directory. So if you didn't install it in the main directory, check that first. Uninstall. Pretty easy to uninstall it, so just uninstall it and then try to reinstall it again, and this time choose the right directory. Easy enough. If you're still getting there, then there's other troubleshooting steps that you can take.
This is so
Obviously.
hard.
All the way up until, of course, you even change the old path to the new one. And you can read, you guys can obviously read and go through that if you have issues.
Don't do that.
We've tried to make it as smooth as possible so you guys won't get any of these issues. So, and it seemed to work pretty good on all versions. So I think we're good. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to everyone who helped get this in fruition. Creators of the Open Jedi, Dark Forces 2, Shimstock. Thank you so much for all your work. You've done so much for this mod. Fast Gamer, I think that's his name. Fast Gamer. Anyways, yeah, just everybody that has contributed. It's just amazing. And yeah, Fast Gamer. Fast Gamer's been great help getting all this together. Just everyone, you know, who's helped out. Thank you so much for your help. This wouldn't be possible without first having the actual remastered textures and all that stuff. So everyone, thank you so much for helping out. Mod. So I did forget one thing that I wanted to go over, which is the mods for Mysteries of the Sith. We include, and so you can run mods with this remastered mod, other mods. However, it's a little bit tricky. I don't know if it's in the configuration guide. Yeah, it's in the configuration guide. So under the configuration guide, you scroll down to the bottom. It says playing with other mods. In order to play with other mods, you go to the root directory and you go into the mods folder. Be aware, obviously, most mods that you download for Mysteries of the Sith were intended for Mysteries of the Sith and not Mysteries of the Sith Remastered, so they can be kind of buggy, so be careful with that. However, we did include 2 mods that you can actually use right now, and basically it changes the lightsaber for Mara Jade and or makes Kyle's saber yellow instead of orange. Some people always felt like it should be the yellow, not the orange. So we can do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically, just right click on your shortcut here and click Open Location. Then you can click into the mods folder, click into Disabled, and these are the mods that you can activate. Depending on what you want to do, whether you want both or just one of them, you cut, paste into your mods directory, and now they're active. So vice versa, if you want to disable them, go drag them back to disabled or whatever. So let's go ahead, we'll launch the game and I'll show you how that works. I'm gonna have to, oh, whoops, bring this back over and make sure. Here we go, let's do this. Whoops, not like that. There it is. Okay, there we go. Now we can see. Let's turn that off and start the game. Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, we got our game here. Oh wait, I don't know if that's proper player or not. Let's find out. Lightsabers on, general. Don't need cut scenes. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll take a look and see if the lightsabers are changed. There we go. Luke's lightsaber, Mara, and yellow. Awesome.
Excellent, Mara. You're becoming very adept at using the Force to anticipate my actions.
Awesome.
Someday that insight may save your life.
Ah! What's going on?
Captain Guitar!
So the whole story about the Luke lightsaber being with Mara is, I guess, in the novels. Oh yeah, I forgot to install the music again. Oops. I guess in the novels, Mara Jade had Luke's lightsaber at this time, so that's why they have that like that. So again, of course, if you decide, oh, that's not for me, I don't want those, move those back to disabled, and there you go. They're not enabled anymore. And then of course, you're going to uninstall the mod, make sure you put those back in disabled, because by default, they're in the disabled folder. So there you go. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and just, yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we have more stuff that we can add to this later on, because yeah, these are actively being fixed. And of course, oh yeah, the GFX mod version will be out hopefully in the next couple weeks or so, but I'll keep you posted on that. Maybe a nice Halloween release or something. So, alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vega, release